your timer? Okay. Hi, Drew. I just have a few questions for you today. Starting with your first statement, you talked about how that we said that Russians hate America. Is that correct?
I didn't say that. I said that your point in essentially that's what you're saying. You say that they have a bad view and a bad view of democracy.
That our contention is that Russians hate America.
Not your exact wording, but essentially that they don't view
All right. So you would
democracy
agree that we never said that Russians hate America?
No, I don't think you use that exact language.
All right. Thank you. Let's move down to your topicality questions.
Yes.
And specifically the third one of, I believe it was Russia versus Russians,
yes.
Correct? And that we need to change it towards the Russian government?
Yes, which is how foreign policy works, yeah.
All right, would you tell me who makes up the Russian government?
I'd imagine the Russian politicians.
All right, would you agree that Russian politicians are Russian people?
Sure.
Okay, and would you please state the resolution for me?
Resolve the United States federal government should significantly reform its policy towards Russia.
All right, and who makes up the country of Russia?
Who makes up the country?
Yes, would you agree that it's Russian people?
Sure.
All right, thank you. Let's move down to your solvency arguments. Let's first talk about the one you said that we have no influence on Russian views.
Yeah, that was my
correct?
fourth solvency argument.
All right, that's the one I'd like to talk about here. Now, would you agree that in our 1AC we talked about the Flex alumni?
Yes.
And that we said that they have increased attitudes towards democratic ideals?
Sure, the Flex alumni in general.
The Flex alumni in general? And your argument here is that we provided no evidence specific to Russian students?
Well, that was my burden of proof argument.
Burden of proof argument. All right, thank you. We'll address that in the next speech. Can we talk about your solvency point about unawareness?
Yes.
And isn't it true that in our 1AC we stated that there were 40,000 applications last year?
Yes, for the entire Flex program.
For the entire Flex program. So you would agree that someone out there knows about the Flex program?
Possibly in China, yes.
In China. All right, now you would agree that Flex applies to the countries of Eurasia?
Sure, yeah.
All right, is China a country in Eurasia?
I don't say Eurasia, it's definitely Asia though.
Asia, okay. Would you agree that Asia is not actually a part of Eurasia?
Sure.
All right, thank you. And then I'd just like to talk about your funding argument. You talked a little bit about how we say it's cuts and wasteful spending.
Yeah.
Correct? All right, now can you tell me, isn't it true that the general federal revenue, it comes from taxes, some of it?
Some of it, yes.
And some of it comes from the government creating money?
Even like printing money?
Yes.
Sometimes, but that increases.
That is a part of the general federal revenue.
Sure, yeah.
All right, and a third part of it is cuts and wasteful spending.
Well, there's also several other parts, such as trade, and also...
All right, but do you agree that one part of it is cuts and wasteful spending?
Is the general revenue?
Yes.
No,
Part of general federal revenue can be
no,
created
that's money that
through
we've already
cuts.
spent on programs from either taxpayers' dollars or
All right.
whatever else had.
Okay, thank you. No further questions.